Hey, welcome to stream, folks. Glad to have you here. Yeah, thought I'd check in with you on my last day here in New Orleans, and I was thinking about going to the boat parade. Um, I'm just trying to find somewhere to set this car down. It's safe. There's a boat parade happening not too far from here, but I thought about it for all of 2 seconds and came to the conclusion that I need to just chill for a little bit more today. My feet hurt, or my foot hurts. I only have the one, but my feet hurt so bad from marching in the Eris parade last night. It was pretty long, and it went through the French Quarter for the first time in a number of years, and it yeah it was crazy. Oh, my hair's all fucked up too. Yeah, you're just gonna have to accept me with the fucked up hair. I didn't shower yet. I just woke up like, you know, 2 hours ago. I'm still sipping on my coffee. That's how it do for Mardi Gras. So yeah, I guess today I'm gonna talk about Mardi Gras, and there may be another stream today. I'm not sure, but I might do some music with some friends later, so that might happen. And the interview with the YouTube witch fell through because they were busy with some other stuff this weekend, so that didn't happen. I was trying to line that up, but oh well, their loss. um, yeah, so there might be some busking later. I got a busk. Yeah, I guess I can't really. I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy to see y'all. I'm very, very tired after this weekend, and I feel like just sore from head to toe because of just like all the walking and like climbing around on shit and just like ambient partying. It really adds up. It takes a lot out of you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and also, I I know I told folks that I was gonna try to not spend a ton of money while I was here, but I did. I spent all of my money on one thing. Besides, like, I mean, I did buy some drugs. It was cool, but mostly I bought one thing and I spent all my money on it, and I regret nothing. Here, let me show you. It's pretty great. Check this out. I got a fucking sick ass tattoo. That's a palette fire. That's by my friend Peach, and he's an incredible artist, and he really, really spent a lot of time on it, making it good. Like, look at how crisp and clean those lines are. This man does not use a stencil. He just like draws it on, and it's fucking amazing. So yeah, I spent all my money on a sick ass new tattoo. I regret nothing. And if you want to help fund my fucked up weird lifestyle, then you can throw down in the PayPal or the Venmo so that I can buy some party drugs or something. I mean, let's be real. That's exactly what I'm gonna do with it. So hey, if you're on board with that, Mardi Gras time, Corn's last day in New Orleans. I have to be at the airport at like 5 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm not gonna go too hard. And yeah, actually, no, I did lie. I'm not gonna spend it all on drugs. I do need to get gas when I get back to not the library, to the desert. I gotta go pick up Satan back in slabs and stuff. It's cool. Corn, check out the St. Anne parade. I'm not going to any parades right now. I'm just like trying to recuperate and probably jump in the shower after this and eat some food and try to like fix myself up. Cause even last night was like more low key, but it was still, we were out till 2 in the morning, and that was like leaving the party early. Yeah, it was it was good. Hey, Logan just got banned because yeah, fuck you, Logan. What a loser. Choppa City says good to see ya. Hey, what's up? We got all the folks in chat today. Thank you for joining. Bronwyn, Genergy, Captain's in, Aaron's in, Roxer, what's up? Bethany, Bronwyn. Good folks. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking just like out of it. Cause before last night there was the Saturday night parade, and that ended at a club, and then after the club everybody migrated to another spot to go and watch the sunrise. So it was like an all night party till sunrise on Saturday night. So that was kind of my big night, because like, you know, I'm not gonna be here for Mardi Gras Day, and I kind of hear like a lot of times people by actual Mardi Gras Day, which like if you're not familiar with how Mardi Gras works, it's I don't actually know all the rules at all. I just know that the days of Mardi Gras fall on different days every year because of some rules. Sometimes it's much longer, and sometimes it's shorter, and sometimes it's earlier, and sometimes it's later. Usually around this time, like usually around February, but like, you know, sometimes I think it like goes over into March or whatever. And then Mardi Gras is the actual day. That's the last day of Carnival. So if you hear people say like Mardi Gras, that's what they actually mean. I mean, there's like the Mardi Gras party, which can last like a few weeks, and then yeah, like Fat Tuesday is the day that you're like building up to, and then after that it's done, and you can go back to your normal life. But yeah, and each day, each weekend, each day during Carnival gets like more and more depraved. So yeah, last weekend was the last weekend of Mardi Gras, and Tuesday when I'm flying out is actually like the end of the party. So that's like the big day that everybody's building up to. So yeah, that's why this last weekend was so fucking crazy. Oh, people are saying something about a train. Deborah thinks there's a train nearby. No, there's wind outside. There's a rail line out that way though. Holy fuck. I don't even, yeah. I'm out of weed. I'm out of food stamps, and what else? I'm out of, yeah, ran out of this thing. I got a few rips left on this thing. That's crazy. Let's see. I want to play songs on this guitar, but it's like, it's kind of not a great guitar. It doesn't hold a tune super well. And yeah. Oh, see? That's already out of tune. I just tuned that before the stream. Close enough. Rip it till it stops smoking. I am. It's not even like... There's nothing to hit anymore, man. Fat Tuesday is a blast. Yeah, I had... I'm sure that I had fun last year. I really Oh yeah, that's right. Last year, and they're doing it at the same spot this year. So like, okay, you come to you come to New Orleans, and there's all the mainstream stuff that like I don't know. I'm just making a judgment like y'all folks, normal people, people that aren't um well connected anarchists, and I mean, there's all the stuff that you can do that's like everybody knows about, the big stuff downtown, all the crazy parades. I did go to the I think it's called Endemi or Endemia or like whatever. That's apparently the biggest budget parade during Mardi Gras. And that was crazy. They had multi float trains with like, I guess they used to have them longer, but people would die sometimes trying to pass between them. Like, they just got these big ass like cars of like tons of people throwing all the beads out, and they've got like souvenirs, and there's like three stories to some of these floats, and you've got like tons of people on each story, and then like people at the top. It's fucking bonkers. And then they'll have like five, six of those chained together. Mostly there was just like two together because like I was saying, they would get really long, and then people would try to cut through and get caught up in there and just dragged under these fucking Mardi Gras floats with like, like 50 people on top of them, three-story fucking floats, right? You get like these people that are fucking trashed out of their mind and fucking, you know, and they're trying to cross over back to their friend's house party or something, and they just get fucking annihilated. Curtis says news said shooting at parade this morning. Holy fuck, that's fucked up. Honestly, like, yeah, I was kind of thinking about that when I was at the Endemi parade or Endemia. I don't know which one it is. If somebody knows, please tell me so I can stop saying it wrong. But I was like, I got invited up to a house party, so I was on a balcony, so I got a really good view. But like, the crowd is so thick, and I couldn't help but think like if somebody wanted to like target somebody going to a parade that attracts a bunch of the people that they're trying to target would be like way too easy. But they had like the Coast Guard flying over it and stuff. Um, that's wild. Yeah, I hadn't heard about the shooting at the parade. I'm gonna have to look that up today. And then like last year, I went to a few of the big parades downtown too. Those are great and cool. And like I went to the Zulu parade in I can't remember. The Zulu parade was pretty cool, but obviously like I felt like it was for black people, and I didn't want to like. I don't know. I had a really, really good time, and they were throwing all the best stuff, and there was such good food. Like, I definitely didn't feel like I wasn't welcome, but also I felt like, it's not for me. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to take up too much space. Um, yeah, but like the kind of parties that I typically find myself at that I like to go to are just like organized by folks in the local scene. They don't get the city's permission, and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna, have a bunch of weirdos build these crazy ass floats with like shit all over them and their, rogue sound systems and stuff. And we're gonna take over entire parks and squares with all of these fucking crazy, unhinged, chaotic people. And yeah, just do that, and you'll have like, people walking down the street with like, fucking nitrous balloons in hand, like they do not care. And sometimes you'll catch somebody taking a fucking snoot of some ketamine or something on the side of the sidewalk or whatever. Like, and people will be like climbing all over cars and shit. So last night I was at the Eris parade, and that one in the past has been known to be like extremely mischievous to the point of being like Oh, hey. Jennifer just kicked down. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Um, to the point of being like destructive and like people it's just like a completely unhinged crowd. There's like nobody keeping track of things or like controlling anything. It just like gets more and more chaotic as people get more like fucked up and like amped up and listening to the music, and there's just, yeah, it's a big crowd. And like they used to go and like steal shit out of people's yards or like do property damage and stuff because it was just so chaotic that that was just like part of the thing. Like nobody's controlling anything that's happening, and it just like it's like hyperbolic. It just gets more and more like bonkers as it goes on. Last night was not like that, and they haven't done it like that in a while. They had to like rein it in a few years ago because the police got upset, understandably, because people would go out during the Eris parade and like, like fuck up people's cars and like trample on and walk on stuff that they're not supposed to be walking on. Like there's some really squirrely people in the crowd, and they'd like be climbing up fire escapes on the rooftops, or like climbing up on top of people's cars, or shimmying up like pillars up to like people's balconies, and like just fucking like twerking on top of people's balconies. And I mean, there was definitely people standing and bouncing around on cars. I didn't see anybody break anything, so that's nice. um I mean, I'm all about mischief and chaos, but when it's gonna hurt like just a person that's trying to live their life, like, say you're just like trying to get to work the next morning, and you find that your side view mirror has been busted off by some fucking drunk clown that was dancing on top of your fucking truck. And that, I would be pretty upset by that. Like, what do you tell the insurance company? A bunch of fucking insane drunken imps decided to dance on my whip last night? Like, jeez. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm all about chaos. Like the climbing onto people's balconies to go dance is like, I think that's funny. I think that's if I looked out, I mean, I would be alarmed, but it's like there's no way that if you were in a house that you wouldn't know that there's a parade passing by, and then you look outside and you see some like weirdos. Um, yeah, it's funny. There was like this one guy that was really entertaining to me. I think he was like the mascot of that parade. He's dressed as like a weird, like purple jester king guy, and he was like really good at climbing stuff. So, and he was always like up ahead of the parade and would like do this parkour shit and then go shimmy up to like, the top of fucking lampposts and just be like on there doing like stripper pole shit. And oh, he was great. Just, just really, really entertained me. This fucking weirdo. Ah, Critterbone says, I've had it happen to me. Car was destroyed. Yeah, yeah, that is unfortunately something that happens during Mardi Gras. If you like, if you're parking your shit somewhere where there's gonna be a big parade. Like last year, I parked out on the street to sleep, and I was like pretty fucked up, but I didn't drive. I just crashed where my car was parked, and it was like not in the quarter, it was like in the bywater. And I woke up and my car was like completely surrounded by people. It was just like there's people like standing right outside my car. I couldn't see anything but just like people around. And I'm like, oh no, I'm in the middle of a parade. What am I gonna do? I have to take a dump. I have to like get dressed, and there's like people everywhere. So I had to like kind of get dressed in my car, sort of. Fortunately, my windows are tinted, so I don't think people like really noticed me in there. And then of course, I had to like crack the door open and like push people out of the way. And I'm like, oh no. there's no way I can like leave here to go get breakfast or take a dump or something. So I just took Satan out and we went for a walk around the block and found a porta john and like hung out at a coffee shop for a minute and waited for the parade to pass because it was big. It was like nothing but Mardi Gras parade. What a way to wake up. I was like hungover and like disoriented and just like, oh my god, fucking New Orleans is crazy. Ah. Oh. I'm just reading Critter's comment. Paid 400 for the damage. I assume they paid me 2,800 for damages. Happened at a tailgate party. Yeah, that'll happen. Okay, so insurance does cover mischief and mayhem during crowd events then. That's good to know. That's nice to know. Oh my goodness. Fuck. Yeah, I need to make some breakfast. I was considering walking out to the boat parade, because if yeah, I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not doing that. I went last year and it was really really cool. Yeah, like people have all of these like sorry, I've got the hiccups all of a sudden. Um, a lot of people will bring like boats and stuff, but a lot of other people will make fucked up rafts, like just find shit and like tie it together or strap it together and just like make make these sketchy ass sketchy ass rafts. So that was the part that I enjoyed the most about the boat parade. It's just like seeing all of these creative and very questionable flotation devices that like a bunch of people were just piling on top of, and I'm like sitting there thinking like, okay, well, I hope none of those sink and like some really drunk person does that can't swim too good like drowns or something. I didn't hear about anybody drowning, so that's good. Um, it's funny, just like, oh yeah, this ain't doing shit. Oh, there's a little bit. Just like seeing all of these fucking people piling onto vehicles during Mardi Gras just fucking gets me every time. Like, you'll have like somebody roll up to the party and it literally like will look just like a mass of people just rolling up, and it's really just like somebody's truck, and the truck is just like full of people, and then there's a bunch of people on the outside of it just like hanging on, getting a ride to the party, and it's like that does not look safe, but you're here and you're not dead, so I guess that's good. That's wild. Oh, Timothy's having some snow up in St. Cloud, huh? Yeah, that's not surprising. It's still February. Yeah, it's easy to forget that it's still winter up north when you're in places like this. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Ew. Peter Strauss just kicked down for smokables. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is sad. I'm just sitting here like hitting the fumes on this shit. I can taste it. Ugh. Hey, there you go. It's like the tiniest amount, and if I keep it upright, it stays gathered around here so I can actually hit it. Oh dear lord. Yeah, thanks, Peter. Yeah, and if you're sitting there and you're like, wow, Corin, you are having a good time, and I support your lifestyle. Feel free to hit up my PayPal or my Venmo. It means a lot, especially for when I get back and I gotta drive to Satan. That's gonna be a whole thing. I didn't spend any money yesterday because, like, I just got that tattoo. I only have $20 left, and I need that at the very least to get the Uber back to the airport. Um, yeah, at like 4 in the morning tomorrow. That's gonna be insane. If I don't go out and party at all tonight, I will be totally okay with that. I got it all out of me over the weekend. Holy shit. Saturday, fucking party till dawn. It was crazy. It was the bitches parade, and there was also the witches parade. I don't know. I think there was two parades, and they have like both of the crews, the witches and the bitches, have like some kind of beef. But I was trying to get a better idea of the lore. So I don't know if this is all hearsay. This could be totally incorrect, but like from what I gather, they were, I guess, part of the same crew, and then there was a feud, and then they split off, but they both still do like the same, kind of the same parade route. Like they start and end at the same places, but then they split off in certain areas. So like while I was walking with that parade, at some points it felt like the parade was like half as long, and then at other points there was like a fuck ton of people, and I was like, I wonder what's going on. Like, are we losing some of them? Was there some confusion that went on? Um, and yeah, I guess it's just like a dueling parade with two different crews, and then they kind of like go on the same route at some points, and then they're doing their own thing at other points. And then yeah, we ended at this club that I guess is called Siberia, and there was like DJs and artists playing, and then in the back they had like stripper poles and just like boobies out everywhere, and like butts, and there's whippets in everybody's hands, and fucking just like nobody knows what's going on. 100% chaos, like, and it's just crowded. You can hardly move, and there's just like all these couches, and if you wanted to sit down, you would really have to muscle your way in. I just kind of like lurked by the door for a minute and said hey to some friends, and like, looked at some boobies and stuff, and that was pretty cool. But I was also broke, so I didn't want to look too much and not pay, because that's rude. So yeah, yeah. It was cool. If I had been a more moneyed person, I would have bought a lap dance. But yeah, sometimes you don't get the lap dances. I did. I yeah. Yeah. I did. Yeah, I did see some good boobies and butts and whatever. Get yeah. Good times. I'm trying not to be crass. And then okay, so then there's all of that happening. It's just absolute madness. And then there's like there was like there was 6 bathrooms in there, and everybody just kind of informally recognizes that the bathrooms are for drugs primarily and taking a piss secondarily. So then you'll have like there's a sign outside that says please only one at a time in the bathrooms, and like nobody is following that rule. There's like fucking 6 people to a bathroom in some of them. I was going in the bathroom with my friend to go fucking do some ketamine and off the back of the toilet. So that's what we were mostly doing. And then yeah, it was like a revolving door. You see like all these people going in and out. The DJs were really, really good. I can't really remember a whole lot about them because I couldn't stick around in the bar for too long because there was just so many people, and I didn't have any money, so I couldn't like, and I don't drink, so there's nothing to really spend money on anyway, even if I wanted to. They did have some water on hand though, and I drank a lot of fucking water, so that was nice. And then there was more. So out in the street where the party had ended, because like it was a whole ass parade, and then they end on this block, and then a bunch of those people stick around. So they're all in the street, and there was like people were building like campfires. So in New Orleans, um, the a median, they don't call them medians here, okay? They call them neutral ground, and that's because just the people have decided that the medians between the roads, and they're big, there's a lot of space on them, and it's like grassy and there's trees and stuff. The people have decided that that's just public space. So like people will park there. Sometimes people like camp out on that, or like set up barbecues on these fucking big ass medians, or like park party buses, have like entire parties and stuff. So there were people that had built like a campfire just out of some fucking pallet wood that they had pulled out of dumpsters around. It's like in the middle of town, and there's a bunch of fucking oogles and like crusties sitting around a fucking pallet fire on a fucking median, and everyone's okay with this. Just delightful. And then like right across from there, there's these fucking people in this ratchet ass like sedan, and they've got these giant fucking party speakers strapped to the top of it, and they're just blasting like drum and bass and dance music all night. And so I was hanging out over there because that's where like the street dancing was, and they had some like good beats, and we're all just fucking like dancing, having a good time. And then somebody like starts there's like a construction zone right next to where we were dancing, and we had like a dance pit. And somebody starts like grabbing the fence outside of the construction zone that we're dancing next to, and starts like pulling on it, and then other people start pulling on it, and they're all like dancing and like pulling on these like barriers, and then the barriers start coming loose, and then more people are like dancing and like pulling the fence down, and like people are like twerking on stuff, and the fence like it gives way, and it comes away from the wall, and then people are just like, it's like a flood of people hopping through the open fence now, and then they're up in the construction zone like dancing around. And people have like building supplies, like there were these PVC pipes that people had, and they like stuck their arms in them, and they're like dancing around with their like arms in PVC pipes, and like flailing around and like climbing up escape ladders. And then the fence comes down, and they like laid it over this fucking giant hole in the concrete, and people are jumping up and down on the fence like it's a trampoline. And it just like, it was crazy. It just got like more and more fucking weird, and like nobody was like instigating this. It was just like the group mentality had gotten so unhinged that like destruction was the only option. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, yeah, they were just fucking dancing on this fence, like, and the rubble of the shit that they're pulling down. I was okay with the fence pulling because like it didn't really hurt anybody in that fucking construction zone. It's probably, it looked like it hadn't been worked on in a long time. Like there's a lot of stuff hanging around New Orleans that's just kind of there. It's just abandoned. Um, and it just, yeah, it's just sitting there not being used. Not that that's everything. There's definitely a lot of stuff that's in the middle of being reconstructed. Like the city is ravaged by weather every year, and shit's just falling apart. It's like a constant state of decay. And it's really neat. It's really neat, and it makes for like, there's a lot of options for people to squat. So because a lot of these houses get foreclosed, they get fucked up by the weather, or just are falling apart, get condemned, and people that are okay with that will move in and set up their own power systems and just like do stuff out of them. And I think that's really great because you know, those spaces aren't being utilized otherwise. There's tons of places like that. There's like whole ass there's a whole ass abandoned skyscraper downtown. I still haven't gone up in it yet. I meant to like the last two times I was in New Orleans. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen one of these days. Maybe next time. But yeah, it's a whole ass skyscraper. I think it's like, you know, I honestly I'm not gonna say how many stories I think it is because now that I'm thinking about it, I actually don't know. But you know, it's a proper ass skyscraper. But then downtown, there's a couple of locations. Like last year, I went to a couple of parties at an abandoned whorehouse. It used to be a it was like a strip club and like undercover brothel. So it was like a good. It's an old fucking building, and yeah, it's got like I think it's like 3 or 4 stories. It's at least three, if not four. I think it's 4 stories. And then there's like the balcony on the roof and stuff. So there's a lot of space to party, and it was really neat. And what was nice about it was that it was still in pretty pristine condition, like it wasn't all trashed, and and most folks were really respectful of that. There's definitely an overarching like acceptance of chaos and destruction within these scenes because it's just like that's you know you don't have to feel a certain way about it. It's not like malicious. It's just part of carnival, you know. So like it's really accepted. Like if somebody had started smashing mirrors or something, or like um, you know, whatever, tearing stuff apart, most folks would be like, hey, right on, glad you're having fun. But that did happen. Somebody started like, you know, squirting around like this paint that they found. And the people that put on the party were like, hey, no, we don't want to do that because we really like this spot and we want to keep it tidy and not trash it, you know. And everybody was like, all of a sudden, these same people that would be super down to fucking tear down construction fences or like, you know, smash bottles against the wall were like pulling out their jugs of water and like little rags and like helping wipe down the walls because like, you know, if the place gets crazy trashed and whoever's like keeping track of the building comes in, then they'll know like, oh, hey, people have been in here, I should lock it up better. um so you know, I mean, I appreciated that a little bit more finesse with that crew. I liked that they weren't trashing the old timey brothel. It was nice. And then there's this other location. There's two other locations in the quarter. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you guys this actually. This is one reason why I'm not making a video of my time here this time because like there's some questionable activities, which I mean I think is dandy. So yeah, I know that there's other bandos in the quarter. These are just the ones where I've been to parties at. Uh, and yeah, so there's this other one that I learned from my homie that helps to set up these parties, and they were saying that that building went up in like the 1700s, and it was actually the first skyscraper. It's not a skyscraper. It's like a fucking 3-story, 4-story building, but it was like the first tall building in New Orleans back in that time, and it's got like a really rich history. They were telling me all about it, and I thought that was really fucking neat. Like you can tell when you're in that space, like how old it is. That and they were just throwing a karaoke party in there. Like it almost looks like maybe at one point it was a lumber mill. No, I don't know. Yeah, there's like a big upstairs, and it's just like these old wooden planks for the floor. Like you can tell the flooring is fucking ancient because it's just so heavy, and it's like just an open floor with like big windows, and it looks really neat. Yeah, just set up like, I don't know how they do the power. I'm sure that, 'cause I didn't hear a generator, but also it was loud as fuck. So I don't know. Maybe they probably run a line from a nearby building with live power, or maybe they set up the power again in these buildings, or they still have power on and they're just locked down. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, they'll have like lights and loud music, and fucking karaoke was bomb as fuck. Um, and then there's another one in the quarter that they used last year and this year to throw a rave. And last year the rave got shut down early because it was raining a lot, and one of the pipes upstairs in this building busted. Now this is like I want to say like a 5-story or so building. Maybe it's hard to remember, when you're like in the middle of a rave and you're just like wandering around and everything's all like fucking overwhelming, and you just, I don't know. I didn't count the stories, but yeah, there's a number of stories to this building. But yeah, the pipe burst upstairs and it was flooding the place, and the roof was collapsing in, and they were concerned that an entire rave of people downstairs would be put in danger, so they closed the party down right when I was peeking on my Molly. And finally my homie located it. We took our Molly and we're like, all right, we're gonna get on the dance floor in like 45 minutes and that'll be sick. And then like literally right when I was coming up, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go, let's do this. And then it's like, oh, we got to get out of the building, everybody out. And then I'm just like in the street, and it's cold and everybody's confused. There's like a fuck ton of people just out in the street, and they're like, wait, what just happened? Why are we out here? We were just inside dancing to some sick ass beats, and now we're all rolling in the street in the rain. And yeah, what happened? So then like a few different people ended up like, being like, oh, after party at my place or whatever. I didn't end up going to one. But yeah, the party like fragmented into a million directions after that. It was crazy. But this year, that didn't happen. It did flood a bunch. They closed the upstairs so that people couldn't go up there. I'm sure the roof is still collapsing, so that's why they didn't want people up there. And yeah, the floors got pretty wet. Like when we first got there, there was a little bit of a sheen to corners of the floor, and like then there was this. It got turned into a smoking area, but basically you climb through this window near where the dance floor was, and then you're like kind of outside, but it's all like fenced in. I have no idea what that space was used for before. It's perplexing. I could not tell you, but like, and the only way out there is through this window. And so like at first there was like a little puddle in the corner that I was kind of standing in because I have my boots and they're waterproof, and that was fine. But like as the night went on, the puddle got like deeper and deeper until like, if I tried to step anywhere near it, it was too deep. It was crazy. And then also on the dance floor, it started getting pretty flooded too, and people were running squeegees on it to try and keep the hazardous kind of situations down. Oh, hey, it looks like, let's see. Hey, Peter Strauss also pledged on Patreon. So I'm going to take a minute here and say, I'm gonna do my Spain spiel. If you are a beautiful, wonderful person and you like the channel and you like my content, I've got all sorts of content. You never know what you're going to get here. Now, there are links in the description. There's my Venmo. There's my PayPal. If you want to be an absolute doll and like help make my last day here in New Orleans extra special, you can be the cherry on top of my day. You can also join my Patreon. I'm uploading shorts that only my patrons can see to my Patreon. I'm trying to do that daily or semi-daily, and so you can see like little short clips that other people aren't seeing and kind of have a better idea of what the fuck I'm getting up to. Like, um, yeah, I guess I guess I'll upload some more party stuff from like the Eris Parade and the Bitches Parade on the Patreon so people can see. It's great. Yeah, like I'm gonna be real. I spent I regret nothing. I spent all my money on that tattoo, and I had some weed somebody kicked down to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm totally cool with this. I'm happy with this, and yeah, it's oh man. I'm gonna show it to you one more time. Look, I'm obsessed. Fucking Peach really just oh my god. I hope that I can cultivate a fraction of his skill. It's a palette fire. And then like of course immediately after getting this, I find myself sitting around a pallet fire on the fucking sidewalk outside of a fucking club. Like I don't even know where these kids found these pallets. It was just like people just dragged over like fucking pieces of wood that they found around and literally just built a campfire right on the fucking sidewalk. It's it's funny. Dude, no links. Oh fuck. Thanks, Captain. Yeah, I forgot the links. My bad. I'll add them. Oh hey, yeah, we got a new sticker out too. One of our delightful regulars, Just a Mom, made this cool image of me, and she said that I can use it for a sticker as a gift. So if you want to show some love and support and get a sick ass sticker designed by one of our own, then you can go ahead and check out that link. And my Patreon link, Captain posted it. There's a Cheese Dog Mafia t-shirt, and yeah. Yeah. The Venmo and the PayPal. Oh my goodness. You guys are great, the folks that did kick down. Oh yeah, and somebody kicked down in chat here. Tira, thank you. You're so sweet. So damn sweet. It's amazing how cool people are. Actually, yeah, like last night I was just especially so struck by how damn sweet people are. Because, you know, I'm out of money. I'm just like trying to hang out and have a good time. And, like, just as an example, like, I saw a guy smoking a cigarette and I was like, hey man, can I bum one of those? And he, like, literally just gave me the cigarette that he was smoking and was like, here you go, you know, enjoy. And I was like, are you sure, man? And he's like, yeah, no problem. It was American Spirit, too. I was like, yo, you're sweet. And, like, I ran into my homies and my buddy Neil. He's been on my channel before. You know, ran into him and he was like, "Oh, hey, I'll buy you a balloon, man." And so that was sweet. And my other homies, some of my homies gave me a ride out to the show or the parade, and then some gave me a ride back. And those friends had let me use their bike for like 2 days because I didn't go home that night. Saturday night. I stayed out all night and I ended up going home with somebody actually, which is pretty cool. We made some food and stuff too the next day, and yeah, I think I'm gonna hang out with them again today. Ugh, good times. I gotta drag this really slow and see if I can just get a little something off of it. Yeah, it's at that point. If I drag it real slow, I can get something from it. Genergy says, Captain, you're the guardian of the links. Yeah, Captain covers my ass more often than I would like to admit. But, you know, we get it done. We do the things. I'll add the my usual description after the live stream. Oh. And I have absolutely no idea what's going on tonight. Yeah, I don't know. But my friends left me the bike here, and it's a pretty nice bike to ride, so Um, Whenever I get word of what's going on, I can hop on that bicycle and move on over to the next cool shit. Uh-huh. I'm gonna make some food after this though. I've barely eaten all weekend. It's kind of pathetic, but it's like yeah. I when I'm doing Mardi Gras, it kind of feels like you're you're getting it all out of you, I guess. It's you know those people, I'm sure you've seen like the meme where there's that town where every year they have like a big fight thing where like people just get together and just like air all their grievances and like kick each other's asses, and then the rest of the year they're like good to go. You know, it's like they just get out all of that energy at that one time and then they're cool for the rest of the year. Or like, I don't know, like the purge or something, like one night a year you can go out killing people or something. It's like Mardi Gras is like that, but it's like, this one time a year you're allowed to be a complete shit show, and just like, oh hey, yeah, it is Lundy Gras, thanks Cincinnati, I forgot about that. um yeah, it's the last day. I probably am gonna do something crazy, but um, yeah, like, it's like the one time a year where you're allowed to be totally fucking unhinged and just a complete shit show, and everybody's doing that, everybody's cool with it, and it's yeah. I feel like it really does get it out of your system or something. It's like, when you're a kid and dad catches you smoking a cigarette and then he makes you smoke the whole pack and then you never want to smoke another cigarette again. It's like that. After a couple weeks, or I guess a week and a half of fucking partying out here with people, I I will go back to the desert, and I'm not going to be like, oh man, I'm so bored. I wish I could hang out with people and find a party. Because it's like, I'll be like, oh yeah, yep, Mardi Gras. That definitely, that tied, yeah, that'll tide me over for a while. Got enough partying and socialization to fucking hold me over for months. Shit. I'm trying to think of other crazy shit that I could tell you about. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Oh yeah, there's crawfish boils. That's a big thing. People just get like fuck tons of crawfish and some veggies and stuff, and just have like, yeah, have a big party. That's pretty fucking common. They don't do stuff like that in other parts of the country. Crawfish boils are like a distinctly um, southern kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not super fond of crawfish myself. I think that's kind of weird. It's good. It's good food, and if it's free, it's free. But yeah, the the river bugs are not my favorite. A lot of people cook them really good though. I mean, yeah, I definitely don't hate crawfish. I'm gonna grab another cup of Joe. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. It's Lundy Gras. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with that person I hooked up with the other night, and another friend. Oh yeah, what one of my I mean, a ton of my friends are here, but one of my friends that I met in Britt, Iowa for the Hobo Convention a few months ago is here, and he's just a delight. And so um, him and my other friend are gonna be jamming and might decide that they want to do a show for you guys. But we'll see. Do the e-busk. Yeah, we'll see. Either do the real busk or the e-busk. But they are at the boat parade right now. Yeah, I kind of do wish I could be at the boat parade, but like there's literally no fucking way that you can go to every. I mean, there is a way that you could go to. You could be at something like every hour of every day during Mardi Gras, absolutely. But I ain't trying to do that. You can't catch them all. I mean, you can, but you'd go insane doing it. Don't they make and sell Pushki's pastries on Fat Tuesday? I have no idea. Um, I have celiac disease, so I can't eat most things that people are getting excited about. Like I'm not gonna be eating king cake. There is one place that does a gluten-free king cake across town that someday I may try, but yeah, it's not likely to happen today. And then like also, I typically travel broke, and so like, most people when they like visit places that are, um, like infamous or big tourist places, like they 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 don't talk about like going to places and doing things, um, unless it's like all the stuff that they want to talk about is stuff that you pay for or like bars that you go to, and that's just not really my style. Like, oh, you got to do all the things in New Orleans. You got to go to this bar. You got to go to this strip club. You got to go eat this thing and drink this drink and like all that. And that's like people's idea of what there is to do. But like in my in my ideology, like consumption and like spending money on stuff is not like what I do. Like, I mean, yeah, there's fun to be had, but like what I like to do is like go to interesting locations and listen to music and see art and loiter, in parks and do drugs in public and like do community service type stuff. That's my idea of a good time. My idea of a good time isn't going to that restaurant that everybody's talking about. That's just not me. That's just not me. Yeah. Down by the river with the punks, you can watch the boats. Yeah, like watching boats float down the river is pretty tight. I'd rather do that than buy like, a fucking daiquiri from that crazy ass corner store that you saw on your friend's Instagram. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, like places aren't the things that you can buy in them. Places have a lot more going on. There's culture. Yeah, I like to get into the culture and just like the steez and the vibe, if you will. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I am still doing the thing where I'm sending out gifts from my bus. I'm just not at my bus. There is one person, maybe two, that I do need to send your bus treasures to that I didn't get to before I left. I tried, but it didn't pan out. They're in my car actually. I was gonna mail them out to you. But if you're one of those folks that wanted to get something, if you go to my PayPal or my Venmo and you donate and leave your mailing address, I will send you a present from my bus when I get back tomorrow. I'll be back in the desert tomorrow, and yeah, so that will help if you want to. It's good stuff. I've sent out a lot of stuff, and I'm still holding on to those things that you wanted, Sam. So let me know if you still want those. Yeah, got a bunch of shinies and stuff too. All sorts of stuff. Everything must go. I'm selling everything out of my bus, and I'm fixing it up, making it really, really nice. So what I'm gonna be doing, and I know I've talked about this before, but if you're new to the stream, my big scheme right now is to fix up my bus, make it nice. I'm gonna be trying to do like live streams most days, and just trying to come out with more content for everybody, and use that to supplement what between selling the stuff out of my bus and doing the live streams, trying to drum up the funds to go and get the tools and the building supplies to make my bus super nice and cozy, and then hopefully flipping it quick. So if anybody out there is looking for a school bus, let me know. I mean, I would flip it now as is if somebody made an offer that was cool enough, then fuck yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on it until somebody makes an offer that I like. Try and yeah, at least fix it up and work on the body and replace that steering shaft. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, cheers. What a nice season. Fuck. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh man. Okay. So, oh yeah. If you want to join the Discord, it's a great space for meeting folks and exchanging whatever. And if you have any questions, then you can hit me up in the Discord. It's a good crowd. And the speaker on this guitar died, unfortunately. I was thinking about playing a tune, but that's not gonna happen. It's so sad being here without my guitar. Oh, I'll be back to it. Tira says, Corin, when you get back to the desert, are you gonna do weekly live shows? I might do like a live stream not like every single day, but most days. And probably get back into that and just like, speak on different topics and what I'm doing with the bus while I'm working on it. So that's kind of the plan. But, you saw how isolated I am out in the middle of the fucking desert. It's like there's nothing. I'm literally just like in the middle of the fucking desert. No other humans out there. So there's really not a whole lot of stimulus. So it gives me a lot of time to think about what I'm going to say on stream, and a lot of time to work on different stuff that I'm trying to work on. It's wild. And that's why I'm out there, because it makes it easy to focus on the things that I'm trying to work on. Yeah, being here is giving me the strength to push through the next couple of months of working on my bus and just like stay focused, keep my eyes on the prize, and kind of see where that goes. Yes, thank you, Captain. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, hit the like button at the very least. Hit the subscribe button. hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when I go live. Which, you know, it's... You never know. You never know. I live a life of chaos. So, yeah. And, yeah, thanks everybody for joining me today. I need to eat something really, really bad. Thanks to everybody that kicked down today. If you want to be a fucking absolute treasure, get down with the kick down. Join us in the Discord server. Join the Patreon, just $1 a month, and you get access to all of the cool behind-the-scenes stuff that other people are seeing that you are not currently. You can pledge more than $1, but, you know, yeah. $1 is all you need. I'm so glad... Oh, thanks, Paul. I'm so glad I got to see you, too. Glad y'all could join us. Yeah. Thanks. I hope you have a great week. And I will see y'all again soon. Okay, bye.